Red soil at the 1Katie where it was spinning, turning, biting a couple of nights ago. Last night, at Modi Stadium, black soil stuff. Runs deluxe. Is there anything better to watch, Pezza, than Mitchell Marsh, Nicholas Pooran in full flight? In full flight last night. That was joyous. GT have left the door ajar for RCB. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, RCB to go top of the table if they beat Sunrisers tonight on your Friday night in the tournament. And then, of course, Punjab could also go ahead if they beat Delhi on Saturday night. It's all starting to take shape and it's all starting to take big basket now.
10 minutes, Andre.
Boys, big basket. 10 minutes, Andre, big basket. 10 minutes, Andre, big basket.
Big Basket, delivering in 10 minutes.
How can I make you watch this video for longer? Okay, that's the challenge here. It's all starting to take shape.
It's all down to Charlie's thumbnail. Really,
That's
thumbnail's
true.
getting a lot of love. We haven't even been talking about it in the office.
Well, someone in the comments did call us pedophiles for shaping that together.
About time we got it back from someone. Certainly thrown that accusation out plenty ourselves.
That's fair.
Glass houses.
That's fair.
You got a mic on there, Charlie? Or do you? He just slid up the old
slid it,
fader
yeah,
there.
yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh no, wrong fader.
Join the show, Chuck.
No good. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. I just
no.
wanted to say that 2 shows ago where Dhoni's been made into like a senior citizen, and then I think Vaibhav Suryavanshi has had some work done to his eyes, and like I'm too old to is there a reference to something like so far as
I'm not
like
sure.
he just looked like he's sort of been Team America-ified or Thunderbirds if you're really going back.
It could be a tribute to Kris Jenner, who's just had a new face done.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It could be a touching tribute to that. Now, Chucky is in the...
Chucky's rattled now.
Charlie is a real person, let's be right about that, but he's also unable to to figure out what's going on with his
that's
microphone.
right. It's all over the place here.
Okay,
Or
yeah,
maybe
he's
he doesn't
good.
want to...
I think... No.
It's something. There's something. So, Chucky, was the eyes thing with Vaibhav Suryavanshi, is that a reference to something?
No. There we go.
Oh, what? So
No.
it's just a little
I just
graphic
wanted
element.
to make them a bit bigger, and then the thing in Photoshop made them a lot bigger, and I thought, that'll do.
That's how you see behind the scenes with the artist. Yeah,
Well, and that's where we're at with this part of the tournament. That'll do.
that's
that'll
good.
do.
Oh, but there's a lot of love. I've just shouted out to Chucky. There's a lot of love.
Hey, and shout out, and please do leave a comment for Charlie.
Yeah.
You know, shout him out in the comments below.
Yep.
That's how it works.
A lot of people at our live shows were asking if he was real, and they wanted to see him, and they were demanding that he be brought onto stage. And like he's literally sitting in the second row. They're like, "Where is he?" He's like, "Look, guys, there aren't a lot of white guys around. I reckon you take your pick. You're gonna be close."
It's the easiest game of Where's Wally of all time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was it? 437 run game here. Here goes
Yeah,
something
whatever.
like that. Here are the scores on the board. Now, I definitely picked this. Gujarat Titans just impregnable with the bat, and Lucknow Super Giants down on the nominative determinism of that, and 2 for 235. I guess the first thing here, Bison goes large, but I guess the model worked.
Yep.
Finally for LSG. Overseas bats got it done. Richard with a cheeky little 16 red.
Yeah.
off
That's how
6.
flat it was. Richard got 16.
Richard back to his best. Things looking good for next season. A run fest. The first ball goes for 4. Tone set. Mitch Marsh plays that back stool 6 thing again with the grunt. Oh, my kingdom. He's in a rich vein of form now, Bison, and it'll help him stay rich, hopefully. And I think it's fair to say with Mitch Marsh, he goes, when he hits it, it stays hit.
It stays hit.
As opposed to balls that do not remain hit while in the air, presumably.
Yes. That's a black hole situation.
Yeah, thank you. 50 from 33, then the next 100 from way less than that. It's funny how it works like that.
Yeah, how he's got momentum and sort of his eyes in. Yeah, it was really wet there who opened the bowling? Was it Siraj or Arshad Khan fell over a couple of times?
Yeah.
Then Rabada let one go waist high. That could be an issue due to his intoxication. That's tough to say. But fuck, Mitch Marsh was. I mean, when you look at GT's formula throughout the season, so 76% of the runs that GT have scored this season have come from the top 3. LSG have tried to have the same model: Markram, Marsh, Nicky P batting at 3, and it hasn't really quite worked out.
They've scored runs.
They have scored runs, but not to the same level as what the other 3 for GT have done, So, but when it works, you're like, oh, that's the blueprint for this team. It just relies so heavily on like someone having, you know, a season best innings just about every time they go out.
Yeah, also bowlers. But, 91 run stand for Martian Markram to pass for 36. Rashid Khan's taken down deluxe by Martian's first over, 25 from the first over.
Rashid Khan's shit now?
They shit now? Okay. That's the cruelty of leg spin. She's a cruel mistress.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She is a cruel mistress.
Yes.
Sometimes we like cruelty.
Yeah.
With our mistresses.
Yeah.
But of leg spin. Of leg spin.
Yeah.
But other times it's just pure humiliation. And some people like that too. No shaming, but the leg spin is being a particularly cruel mistress to Rashid Khan right now. Now, Mitch Marsh brings up his 100 off 56 deliveries. Brutal. It's the only way you can describe him. Yeah. Now, obviously, we've established on this show, and the commenters have established, if that 100 took 4 more balls and had a 6 in front of it, that's a match-losing ton.
Yeah, they lose the game.
They lose the game. But it's off 56 balls, so it's a scintillating ton, striking at nearly 200. Okay? Mm-hmm. Nicky P, 50 from 23. Little exchange between him and Mohammad Siraj. I don't know if you caught it, but you would have every ball. But Siraj sort of goes upstairs a little bit and gives him a barrage, Nicky P. Next 2 balls, 6-4, right? And he's sort of going, Mo, look, you've had a good season, and the energy's been good, and you fit well into the GT Death Star, and I like it. Yep. I like the energy. It's a controlled energy. It's not a froth and bubble emotion energy like you have at RCB, for example, right? That those two shouldn't work, right? And they didn't. Yeah. But
for 18 years.
But Mo at GT's good. We don't want to see the froth and bubble energy of Mohammad Siraj heading into the finals. And just picking on Nicholas Puran, that's not a intelligent target as far as, and easy for me to say in retrospect. But when I'm looking at Nicholas Puran prior to that episode, I'm not thinking like, it'd be a good target for sledging. Nicholas Puran, probably the best striker of the ball in the game.
Other guys are really good at cricket. For me personally, I think Nicholas Puran is the best T20 batter in the world at this moment. Wow. I know. What an enormous shout. No, what about the guy that I like?
Don't do that again, mate. You lost me.
I like the other guy. He's incredible. He's incredible.
How can you say that when he's 56? That's essentially how I read the comments.
It's his 5th 50 of the IPL. Now, sure, other guys have gone past 25, 13 times in a row. That's also really good. But like Nicholas Puran he's a genuine match winner. And I guess unfortunately, whilst he scored 5 50s, he hasn't probably quite got the support around him to have his contributions in a more winning side.
A more winning side, well said.
But if you're going to target their best player, come on, mate.
So Bison 100, he's out for 117. There's 11 balls left, so he's thrown it away. Yes. But we know that when you score hundreds, you've got to get out because otherwise people start to look at how many balls you face. So,
did he go hard enough?
Did he go hard enough? He's got a 6 in front of the balls. I don't know. His 100 means that he's now part of the first set of brothers to score hundreds in the IPL. Of course, his brother Sean. Having scored 100.
Oh, yes.
So,
of course.
Irfan Pathan tweeted, and I didn't send it to Charlie, so you're not going to see it on screen, but essentially saying, like, we're used to seeing Australians do well in Ahmedabad. Whatever.
It's a niche.
Yeah. Well, not really niche. Heaps of people saw it, then dropped off the channel. And then Mitch Marsh gets subbed out.
Luxury.
So doesn't even face the full quota of deliveries, like doesn't go red ink, which is what you've got to do in T20 cricket, scores 117 and then gets subbed out. It's the greatest game of cricket you can play. Yeah. I guess losing would be better.
I guess, had they
in terms of the smugness in the sheds.
It is getting close now because if they lose the game, it could be on him for scoring a 64 ball 117.
Well, after the game, he does say, among other comments, that the IPL is a decent competition.
It's no Big Bash.
Yeah,
it's no Big Bash.
He just says it's a decent competition. People don't understand the understated verbiage of Australians as well. Like decent means it's the greatest thing he's ever played.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As an Australian, you can't say that though. Yeah, it's a cultural. It's part of the cultural milieu.
He's had a great season. He's up there in the
fourth now in the orange cap.
In the orange cap. That's tremendous. That's tremendous.
Rishabh, 16 red from 6. Rabada warming up for the World Test Championship final. Computer game stuff from LSG, 2 for 235.
I did notice that everyone in this game was buying pace on. Everyone pace on. consistently. Step hit stuff.
Yeah. What's doing it in the Ashish Nira? Will he give his team a bake for that? Just bowling plans.
Well, Zahir Khan was doing the same thing on the other side.
Well, we know about Zahir Khan.
Yes, we do.
GT's short. Here goes. Second thing, you have to be perfect chasing 235, and they weren't. And it's the top order's fault, frankly, for not getting it done. I mean, they've set a standard. Why didn't they finish this off? We're going to learn about them. We learn about the middle order today as well. Our fears have been realised, right? So,
even though they were outstanding.
Yeah.
And sort of got them into a position to win the game.
Yeah.
But they didn't win the game.
But they didn't win the game. So a lot of questions need to be asked about the top order and their selfishness for denying the middle order a lot of practice in the lead up to games like
Got
this.
it, yes.
Look, Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill and Joss Butler, they're too human, they're too refined to chase 235. They've got too much classicism in their game. They've got too much nuance. It's beyond them. If you're chasing 235, it's computer games. You've got to be a computer game player.
Yep.
And they're not. And that's always been a weakness of GT.
Yeah, I think so.
First wicket at 46, 67 from the power play unders. Samad, sensational catch to get rid of Gill for 35 off 20. Just a shout out to some catching. In the tournament.
So when Butler's dismissed, it's 96 for 3 after 9.5 overs. So they are going at 10s at that point, which is obviously unders. But when Butler gets out, so they lose 3 in the first 10 overs, it feels like, oh, okay, we haven't seen the next guys come in and sort of do the business. It felt like they were a long way back, except turns out they've got some good players as well coming in next.
Before we get to that, it's time to go to Flashdog. Charlie. Too busy thinking about the next thumbnail. What can I do to Joss Butler's eyes? Or... Now, as everybody knows, Digvesh, he was, the Lucknow Super Giants spinner he breached the IPL's code of conduct, if I'm allowed to say that without commercialising it. For the third time last game, he was suspended for a game after he was doing his notebook stuff and whatever else.
Brilliant stuff.
With Abhishek Sharma. A lot of people jumping into the comments to correct me, saying like it's a couple of Delhi boys saying it's not where he was born. It's not where he was born. Where'd he go to school?
Yeah.
Where'd he go to school? Riddle me that. Now, so that meant that Digvesh wasn't playing this game. Doesn't matter. Akash Singh knocks over.
He's got his back.
Akash Singh knocks over Joss Butler, the left arm pacer. Pegs everywhere, by the way. Splayed pegs. Step mum's
Left
legs.
arm around the wicket.
Left,
off pace, into the deck,
Oh
through the gate.
yeah.
See you later.
Coming into Butler there, and let's see, and he notebooks, he signs him off. Now, does he sign Butler off? Because he looks to the stands. He looks to the stands to his mate Digvesh, and he signs the notebook. And here's a couple of reactions, Charlie. You suspend one Digvesh Rathi, 100 more will rise. Louder fees. Show you guys, Charlie. Can you get it to him? Yeah. See, when a batter celebrates wildly, it's called passion. When a bowler shows fire, he's punished. Double standards much. Shout out to the bowlers. And well done, Akash Singh. Keep roaring. What's the next one? Give us the next tweet. Once a wise man said, you can kill the man, but not his idea. This one's for you, Digvesh Rathi. Hey, his mate's just backing him up. But the difference was, like, where Digvesh Rathi's like looking at guys going, I'm putting you in the notebook, this is for you. Whereas Akash Singh looked up at Digvesh, he's just put him in his notebook. He's probably just saying, I've got your position. You know what I mean? I got your spot, brother.
Yeah. I do the same thing when I'm calling for the check to be called to the table. Yeah. I'm signing off Joss Butler. Go for dinner.
Anyway, so moving on, and they did, So, I mean, scenario wasn't looking too bad for GT in this situation. Sharuk Khan and Shafane Rutherford.
Oh, they were outstanding.
They're flying along.
Yeah.
Having a bit of a centre wicket as well.
6 sixes between them, 6 fours between them.
So at one stage, he goes, it's so I got here 184 for 3 at 16.2. That's on. So that, like, and deliberately choose there because it's the moment of most possibility before there's literally the ball of wicket came.
But what they get themselves to a position, having been perfect, where if they are perfect from that point,
Gotta be perfect.
then they win.
Yeah, but you know, easy to be perfect, needing 52 off 22, 54 off 24
Of the last 4 overs.
then you know
6 wickets
235 from the
announced.
top.
Yeah.
So like they set it up nicely, and then
Well, you have to shout out Will O'Rourke who gets the wicket.
Willie.
Who has been brought in for this stage of the IPL. So, you know, shout out to him. He does the job. He closes the game out.
Yeah, and when it's and when you know you pull out statistics to the opposite effect, GT have lost 37 for 6 in the last 5 overs. So
They weren't perfect.
our concerns about GT's middle order are proving to be quite accurate.
There is a chance now because just looking at the games left that they've got. So GT's last game is at Modi Stadium against Chennai on.
We talking top 2 race?
Sunday afternoon. Yeah.
Let's move to the third thing.
Sorry,
So move
sorry.
over, top 2 race.
Yeah, sorry. So GT's last game is on Sunday afternoon against Chennai. So, but they are looking at a position where GT, because RCB and Punjab are playing Sunrisers and Delhi, like they could be third in that. Now, like you wouldn't want to play them. You would not want to play GT in the first round of the finals.
I guess you just you're gonna have to play guys. You know that, and
Yeah.
I've always said that when it comes to tournaments in
Yeah.
sport, you will have to play people.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know, and like I've done a few courses in my time and
Yeah.
I've read a few books.
I thought that's why when Federer and Nadal were going at their peak and then Djokovic came in, I always thought these guys have to play guys.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play.
They're going to have to play
You're
guys.
eventually gonna have to play guys.
Oh, yeah.
The finishing the top 2, you know, if you are new to the IPL and I'm not, I've been around the block with it, but so I didn't have to look this up. But it gives you 2 advantages. 1, direct entry to the final if you win qualifier 1. One game you're in. You're into the big dance. Where you're dancing a waltz. And 2, it's a second chance to reach a final if you lose qualifier 1. As we like to say here in Australia, 2 bites of the cherry.
Yeah.
Ordinarily, you get 1 if you don't finish in the top 2. So top 2 bites of thine and cherry. And mathematically, they can all get there. As it stands, here goes. MI need a few things to work for them, but they can all do it.
Well, there's a game on Monday night, which is Punjab in Punjab. Sorry, it's in Jaipur against MI. That's a tasty fixture.
Yeah,
Tasty.
and the rest of the fixtures, how are you feeling about them?
Oh, use condoms on the floor of a brothel.
Hashtag AskTGC. Thank you, Govu. XYZ. Which team will feel more confident to face MI in the finals? I know Ponting and I will probably have a look at that, but there is no way RCB and GT want to have a go at MI. Listen, Govu XYZ. I don't want to burst your bubble, brother, but basically all the players who play in the IPL in the top 4, they are probably egomaniacs who believe that they're the best players in the world, right? Like there'll be a little bit of insecurity there.
Yeah.
But within each team, there'll be guys who have got like weapons grade egos that will not have any compunction about playing any team at any time. Their entire life, they have destroyed the competition all the way through. Do you understand what kind of effect that has on you going through? Like, so I'm playing in the IPL finals. I feel good about myself. I know I can take anybody down at any time. And that's the beauty of this tournament. Any team can beat any team at any time. Look at last night. GT have been the Death Star, so consistent all year. LSG have been absolute pants, nominative determinism again with their captain. And they just destroy the living daylights out of GT. I mean, and that's before you get to the finals.
Every single person watching this tournament thinks and probably knows that the final is going to be MI and GT, and not a single person wants that final. Nobody wants that final. So it's too meh. Like, we could have something so exciting.
Do you,
You know?
So the thing is, but if RCB and Punjab make the final, then like you know that you're gonna be happy for somebody.
Yeah.
That was what I had with Man United Spurs the other night, but that's because I'm a Man United fan, right? But like, so it's not quite the same. But like, I think I'd prefer like a villain team against a fun team.
Okay.
So because the high will be higher.
Yeah.
You know.
But the villain team will win.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Nobody watching this
That is a
channel
problem.
has deserved good things to come to them. So we know that it's going to be MI and GT. Because we've all been bad.
And aren't they a team? Both teams are filled with fantastic players.
Oh, and they'll be brimming with confidence coming into the.
You know that winning DNA. That the immovable object meets the unstoppable force. MI versus GT.
Now let us know what things you've
I'm
done
blind, by the way.
deserved for this to have happened. What's happened in your life that we know the final is going to be what it's going to be? Anyway, now RCB and Sunrisers. So RCB have the chance to go top tonight. Now, is this the moment where RCB fuck it up? Because we know they're gonna. We know they're gonna.
No, they. It's just such a heroic journey for RCB.
It's in Lucknow. The game's in Lucknow.
Being at Chinnaswamy, I feel like I understand it a bit better because it is that they actually deliberately create a skittish environment in the stadium, and it's really fun. It's quite intoxicating in its own way, but it can't, in the Scottish sense, it can't be any good for the players.
No,
that you are at a fucking rave. The whole time, but like it's so much fun.
Yeah,
when things are good, the high is high. But
if you're a big ecstasy guy,
T20. If we've learned anything about T20 cricket, the players have shown us anything. It is like being level and not being up or down ever is the literal key to your psychology. So what does RCB decide to do? Put on a rave every show that reverberates around the metal roofs. And I fucking love it. Yeah. Because if they do win, I don't know what's going to happen in Bengaluru.
Yeah.
But it was monsoon season, so.
They're going to have to grease the poles like in New York for the Knicks. So anyway, the game's in Lucknow tonight. Anyway, I guess we'll see what's going to happen next right here on this channel. Thanks for joining us here on The Great Cricketer. Click subscribe if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel.
You get around the boys.
And we'll see you on Sunday to wrap up the weekend's action. What's to come? It's all taking shape now. See you guys on the internet real soon. Cheers.